I'm Chris from Sect, and this is Evil Greed's Distro Picks Sect Guy version.
They put the wires to my head, and all the needles that chopped. It won't shut off around the clock. They said, how do you live like this? We got something just red. Fix you up in no time flat. Patience, take your rest. Just one cash, some strings attached so we can sort it out. Rest of your days, the lithium haze, and don't just spit it out. We got one to wake you up, and one to put you down, one for the side effects, and one to bring you around. From the darkened room, narcotic cocoon we built just for you.
All right. Apologies if you have to close down because you chose me to do this. I want all the records, and there's still some that I don't have. Unfortunately, you have tons of those. So, this was an easy wall to pick a bunch of great things off of. Primitive Man, Caustic, their newest, and the band is just crushing. I believe they're from Denver, right? Actually got to see them play with a friend's band, Vile Creature, sometimes. And I got to sing a song with them playing with Bellwitch and Primitive Man a couple months ago. And Primitive Man was just devastating. I love the low end. I love how nasty it is. Yeah, beautiful. And I've been looking for this. Full of Hell. I don't have whatever this particular release is, so I'm stoked on that. I've played shows with them since their really first couple of shows. Burning Love played with them, and just in a hall somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, and it was clear, like really early on, how great they were, and they're still just better and better all the time. We played with Pig Destroyer and them a couple weeks ago in New York, and yeah, I love just getting my face melted off by Full of Hell. And it's super, super gold. So, Full of Hell. No Time. Also, one of my favorite things in the last few years, but like a street punk version of it, from Pittsburgh. Just great bunch of people and ripper of a band, and really energetic in the right way. It makes me smile and be pissed off at the same time. I want to smash something and give it a hug all at once. No Time, LP. Get one.
We don't care how you know. We know how you shit. Fuck your dog and pony show. We don't know you shit. We don't care where you've been.
Alright, we hit the integrity part. So, Systems Overload, reissue, Unorganized Crime from a couple years ago. This one is blue. I got this record as a cassette tape at Home of the Hits in Buffalo when it came out. Pretty sure, if I'm not thinking of a different one. I think it was Systems. And this band is just kind of a gold standard for like many of us going back. If you think about Those Who Fear Tomorrow, it was something like 1990, and there just wasn't really anything that was like that. I mean, Ringworm was close to that. But for what an impact that band made, and still continues to. Systems Overload, for sure. Still the classic lineup with the Melnick brothers and that era's lineup. It's pretty hard to beat. But fortunately, our friend Dom Romeo of A389 Records, originally from Ontario, who puts out so many great things. Got them to somehow do the impossible and got them all in the same room to play a show a few years ago with that lineup of Integrity, and I'm pretty sure this is the stuff that they recorded with them together. And this I can't speak to because I don't have it yet, so I'm going to find out, but it's going to be Integrity, so it's going to be great. I think this is the second last one. The Blackest Curse. That is Death Wish. And then there's you. I already think this is probably my favorite record of the year, and it just came out. But Windhand, Eternal Return on Relapse is just right in so many different ways. It's floaty and hypnotic and crushingly low and loud and somehow really kind of pretty and lulling at the same time. I've been listening to this actually sitting in a van just today. And this was really high up my list of things to find, so I'm glad to find it here. Windhand, Eternal Return.
Is it drifting in and out of space? Isn't it all a mess? Soon it'll go away.
Super complimentary to Windhand is your classic Youth of Today, Break Down the Walls. I'm kidding, because one's really stonery and one's really not stonery, but it's a whole big picture of bands that are a lot of opposites and things that are complementary, and they know, we all understand why. So Youth of Today was a real classic for young, straight edge kids growing up, or just anybody that was around punk or like New York area things. It was a pretty like revolutionizing band no matter who you are, and a lot of people went forward from that and did a whole spectrum of different things. So I definitely got to give respect to the things that changed my life in the way that this kind of thing did. So the old Revelation, Youth of Today, Break Down the Walls. Can't really fuck with that.
Turn my back any longer. Thought we make a change.
Amenra. Former tour mates when Cursed was here a long time ago. We played with Amenra in Belgium. I think a few more out here. And I didn't keep very good track of them, didn't really know what was up with them, and then was really happy a couple months ago, and they were on tour with Neurosis. And saw them play in Toronto and absolutely destroyed it. So it's cool when you don't hear from a band for a long time and you find out that they're still just doing their thing with their head down. And these guys absolutely are. So I'm excited to hear this Mass 6, their newest. And what are you? Self-released? I'm not sure, but Crusher. Chelsea Wolfe. I think this is the only one of them that I don't have. She's fantastic, and I saw her a year or two ago, finally. I grew up on lots of stuff that was kind of gothy and mixed, a real mix of kind of new wavy things, and she has a lot of different sounds from like different electronic things to just good loud. I don't know. But mostly just like the haunting kind of vibe of this. I've really, really loved her a lot for the last few years. Everything from her early ones to up to the current ones, but I don't have Abyss, so I've been stoked looking for that. That is a Sargent House release. Chelsea Wolfe, Abyss. I know I said that, Full of Hell. They're really brilliant. and The Body are an incredibly brilliant band as well. So seeing all those kinds of bands, and Thou and Merzbow and everybody always kind of gravitate towards each other is really cool to see what kind of things that they'll do. And to see that doomy music is still artistic enough that people kind of naturally try to get together and see how they can push it a step further or mix it and match it, and just for the sake of making something interesting. And so I give that to The Body and definitely to Full of Hell. Now here's an atypical one, because this usually would not be the kind of thing that I would like at all. If I didn't hear it, I would assume it was something that I didn't dig at all. And I just happened, luckily, to hear this, and it blew my mind. Because I don't listen to a ton of newer things that sound like this does. But yeah, Culture Abuse, Peach, this record in particular, is just... like I have to not listen to it sometimes because it will get in my head when I'm trying to sleep. Like it's a real earworm. Specifically Dream On, but I feel like they probably know that and people probably screaming at them to play it. This record is awesome. It's got vibes of everything. It sounds like, I don't know, the Bob Mold or something like that minded to... I don't know, they got their own animal here. And this made me go back and check out the one before it, the black and white covered one, which is a little different and darker, kind of new wavier than this even, and it's amazing too in a different way. So that was one of my favorites of the last couple of years for sure. Culture Abuse, Peach on 6131. Final boss is this. Looks like it's a cutout. Die cut, Ilsa, new one, Corpse Fortress on Relapse. Ilsa is one of a bunch of bands that 389 put out, or sort of, found just out of their own enthusiasm. There's so many things that were on that early A389 roster that I'm really thankful to Dom for, because I wouldn't have known, but most of the world wouldn't have known. There's a lot of things from like Nothing, Full of Hell, Ilsa, Noisem. There's an endless bunch of bands that Dom really had his finger on the pulse of good stuff, because he's genuinely a fan of, good things, and he's excited by them. And Ilsa was one too. So they're amazing. This is their newest one. It's incredible. It's called Corpse Fortress, and it's from Relapse. Yeah, if you like anything like I Hate God, I'd say it's even somehow more down-tuned and kind of disgusting than that, in the best way. Then check this out, because they're killer. And I might have to sleep here on this couch. Also, shout out to pizza, German pizza. It's pretty good. It's thin. It's the European kind. It's not doughy like that New York bullshit. Enjoyed it a great deal. Might be missing the show. Don't care. Would rather hoard records. Records forever. Fuck you, show. Thanks.